Good day everyone, good day sir. We are going to present our activity TP1, which is how to install or download Python Anaconda. And also we are going to execute the basic script for Python Anaconda. And by the way, I am Ajil Bukana, the third member, and my roles is to record the Google Meet session. I will call the first member to do his part.
Okay, sir. I am the one who assigned on how to install the Anaconda application. So first step, sir, is wait. Explain muna tayo. So first is punta tayo sa Chrome or any web application. So type natin yung Anaconda downloader. Download for Anaconda. So makikita natin yung Anaconda, www.anaconda.com. So click lang natin tong distribution. So after that, we magsa-sign in muna tayo dito sa kanilang provided email to download para makuha natin or ma-download natin yung application. So type lang natin yung ating Gmail account or yung account natin. So after that, click this agreement for the license agreement. To submit. After na ma-submit yung ating ibinigay na account sa kanila, so mag-send sila doon sa ating account. So mag-send sila ng link para doon tayo mag-download. So click natin yung ating Gmail account. So wait for a while. So dito makikita natin yung nila na link para sa atin upang doon tayo mag-download. So after that, click this download now. Download now. So since when we already download the application or the Anaconda application, so pupunta tayo sa files natin. So doon tayo sa ating download. So download. So makikita natin tong Anaconda Windows yung ito makikita natin ng Anaconda. So click natin to, double tap. So let's wait for setup. So next lang natin. Next. So dito makita natin yung install for. So just me recommended or all user required. So, ilagay natin yung all user required. So, next lang natin. So, makikita natin yung allow to download. So, yes, click this yes. So, dito may binigay sila na destination folder. So, kailangan hindi natin malimutan yung binigay na program, yung saan natin ilagay yung ating file. So, next, so maglagay muna tayo sa doon sa wait. Ano ko ba? So, dito, next lang natin. So, then install. So, mapukonsume tayo ng maraming or minuto or oras sa pag-install dito kasi malaking yung 5 gigabytes to. So, since we already installed the Anaconda application, pupunta tayo doon sa ating yung min na Anaconda folder ay notebook. So, quit lang natin to. So, punta tayo sa ating window. Window. Search lang natin yung Anaconda. So, here makikita natin yung Anaconda Navigator. So, click this to open. So, wait for a while. Naglo-loading pa. So, ito. Nakita nyo natin nag-initializing pa. So, wait muna tayo. Kasi naglo-loading. Loading user na. So, ito makikita natin dito sa Anaconda Navigator yung mga application. Pupunta lang tayo or hanapin lang natin yung Jupyter Notebook. So, dito. So, ito nakita natin. Jupyter Notebook. So, i-launch lang natin to. Click this. And wait for a while to open this application. Siya nagla-lunch pa. So dito makikita natin yung mga ay uh, home, so home. So dito makikita natin yung mga files. So click lang natin yung desktop. Double click. So mag-create lang tayo ng folder. So click new, then new folder. So ilagay natin yung ating project name, TP01 activity. So eto lang i-save. So double tap. So punta tayo doon sa new, then notebook, and dito tayo mag-print or mag-script ng ating mga kuwan. So this is the end of my part, sir. So we proceed to the next presenter by Romel.
Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. I'm Norman Tidaugan, and I'm the number 2 member of this group, and I'll be performing or demonstrating the basic codes that you taught us, sir. But first, I'm going to share my screen. So first is I'm going to explain the just string for text type, int float complex for numeric types, list tuple range for sequence types, dictionary for mapping type, set and Trojan set for set types, bool for boolean, byte array, memory view for binary types. Proceeding to the demonstration. Okay. So first, I'm just going to demonstrate at least 2 basic types of two basic data types. So I'll just demonstrate 2 for first, let's say x is equal. So I will be demonstrating first the string. So x is equals to, let's say just the basic to hello world, hello world. Okay, then to print this, just type print x and then shift enter to run, and there's an error. As I can see, it is a wrong spelling. So I'll be rerunning this again, and it successfully printed. Now to know what kind of data type is used, I'm just going to add here another code which is the print type, then x, then run. Then as you can see below, the data type or the class of the data has been shown, so it is a string. Now for the integer, so let's say x is equals to 10, x equals to 10. Let's say I'm going to print this, so print print x. So the print must be the value of the x, which is the number 10. So when I run it, as I can see, so successfully printed. Now to know the data type again, I'll just copy paste this code from above, since it's just the same. Copy and then print them. So as you can see, the class is integer. Now I'll be proceeding for the demonstration for the what do you call this, the Python numbers. Now for Python numbers, there are three types, which is the integer, float, and complex. First, I'm going to demonstrate the what do you call this, the integer. So for the integer, let's say I'll just copy paste this one, since I'll be using this one instead. So x print no, I mean, I'm just going to add some. So x equals 10 for the integer, then y equals to 12.5 for what do you call this, for the float, and then z equals to, let's say, 5l for the complex. Now to print this, I'll just going to copy paste this one, and then just modify a bit. So change this to y, and then change this to letter z, and then I can see, so there's an error. The error is on invalid decimal. There you go. For the let's show another process type, then just like that, type, and then also type, and then let's see if it shows. Okay, so as you can see, it also shows the the integer, the what do you call this again? The the data types that has been used. So it use integer, float, and complex. Now I'm going to proceed to the next demonstration, which is the variable assignments. Now for variable assignments, I'm just going to add this, use this, let's say, fruits is equals to open and close bracket, and then double quotation mark, then let's say banana, comma again, and then space, double quotation, let's say saging, and then comma, and then double quotation again, let's say saba. Okay, now I'm going to assign a variables to these values. So let's say for banana, x, and for saging, y, and for saba is z. So first is x, comma y, comma z is equals to fruits. Okay. Now to print the to see the output, I can either print it individually, like just the banana, saging, saba, or I can print all together, all the three values. So let's just start for the individual. Let's just put some print. I make a mistake. Print x. I'll just copy paste this one, and then change it to y and z, and then run. So as you can see, it printed separately or individually. No. So if we delete these two other codes, then run it again, it will only show the banana. Now to show it all together and stick together, I'm just going to add here x, y, comma, y, z, and then rerun it. And as you can see, the banana, saging, and saba are all the same banana tree. Now for the next demonstration is the strings. So it's just a basic, it's just simple. Let's say a is equals to hello world, world, and just print it, print the value that we put in A. So when we run that, it will print the hello world. Next is for the where am I? Here I am. For the indexing and slicing. Okay, now for the indexing and slicing, by the way, in the variable assignments, this one, do you have any concerns or questions? regarding this regarding this code or the does anybody have a question?
I have a question, sir.
Yes, what's your question?
On the variable assignments, it is possible to show the three ports in one line command.
You mean by this one, no? Since when we print this one, it will generate an individual output. So what you mean is that all these three is printed all together in just one line code. Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to print it in just to print these three values in just a one line code, just have to add comma, then the y, and then the z, which is x is value as banana, then y value as the saging, and z is value as the saba. Then when we run this, then it will print the banana, saging, and saba. Any other I think that is your answer your concern. Now I'll be proceeding to the indexing and slicing. For indexing and slicing, I'll just use this. I'll just print it. Now here below, what will you do is to print it by slicing or indexing. So what do you mean by indexing? So indexing is indexing or cutting is cutting. Let's say all you want to print is the hello, or just the he, or just the low, or just the world. No, to achieve that, you must input this. So print pattern, print print a, then brackets, then let's say what we want to print is just the hello, so let's count it, no? So from index 0, so letter H is the index 0, so let's count to till we achieve the the last letter, which is the letter O. So we will count one more yung buong word. Kailangan natin pasubraan ng isa pang letter H is in the solids. Kasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will start to index 0 and then we will end to index 5. So 0, then to index 5. Now let's see if the hello will print. Let's try to run. Okay, as you can see, it runs. So what if we want to print the word? Same procedure. We are still going to count now. To achieve that, to print the word, we will count again from index 0, which is 8. So by the way, the space is included to the count. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will going to start on count of 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we will end to 11. So 6, 11, to achieve the desired output. Now run, and as you can see, it printed inflation? Do you have any questions? Anyone?
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
On the indexing and slicing, instead of starting
Mhm.
from the index 0, it is possible to start from the last index.
So you mean since we are starting from index 0, what you mean is it possible that we can start from the last index? Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to achieve that, we are going to use a negative, no? So we are going to, we need reverse. So in the previous we use index 0, so it starts here. Now, if we are going to reverse it, it's going to be a negative 0, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's say we want to print the word starting from the last. So let's say we are going to count to see negative 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. So we are going to start in negative 0, and then we are going to end to negative 5. Let's see if it works. No? So as you can see, what printed is hello, and there must be something wrong. Ano may zero ba? Ba? Wait, just wait for a second while. Negative 5. Negative 5 is 1.
Bigatin ka dito sa iron.
Hoy!
Ito siya sa mga dito.
5. Let's say we want to ano na lang siguro be. Let's try another word. How about an all lang siguro, no? Yung all lang. All itong ano ORL. Ito lang siguro. Let's try this. So, i-count muna natin kung ano yung first index. So, let's start with 0, then negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and then negative 5. So it's going to into negative 5, and then it will start to negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. So it's negative 2. Let's just try. Negative 2. Negative 2. And then try to print. So as you can see, no, we successfully, no. Let's change this because we want to achieve is the all. Then we just change this to 1. And then rerun. There you go, all. So we achieve it. Now I'm going to proceed to the print formatting with strings. So first I'm going to add a value to this. So price, so let's say equals to 50. Price is equals to 50. Then text is equals to F format double quotation. Let's say let's say the price is curly bracket price, then pesos. No, and here we create the variable name is price, then we add the value to it 250. Then below is text is equals to format the price is, and then the variable name the price, then 2 pesos. Now to print this, oh no. So what will be the output? No. So the output should be the price is the value of price 50 pesos. Now let's try to print text. Let's see if it works. So as you can see, it successfully runs. No, the price is 50 pesos. Now for the next one is the list. No. To demonstrate this, let's make a variable name. This is equals to brackets, double quotation, let's say mango, comma, double quotation, orange, comma, double quotation, apple, comma, double quotation, banana, then double quotation again. This will be the last, I think. Let's say what fruits do, let's say durian na lang, durian. Now after that, we create a list, no? So this is the list, this is the variable name, this list, and then this is the inside value inside the variable name, so which is the list, no? So this is the list. Then after that, we are going to print this list. So print this, and then run. So as you can see, no, the list has shown after we print the list. Now what if you just want to print the orange or the orange apple and banana? Well, all you have to do is just remember the indexing we used earlier, no, just like this one, no? We are going to apply this one here, no, to achieve this. So we want orange apple and banana to be printed only. So curly brackets so let's count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to start from 1, and then we are going to end to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it works. Run. And there's an error because we start to 2, end to 3. Still an error. Wala na, check. 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. I see the problem na. Paraday. A missing bracket. So we're going to start from 1 again and to 4. Let's see if it runs. It successfully runs. So, no, the orange apple and banana are the only one printed because we put some index on it. No, so we cut the index. Now I'll be proceeding to the next, which is the dictionaries. Now for the dictionaries, let's say we're just going to create a variable name. This dictionary is equals to curly bracket, then with curly bracket, then what's next? What I'm going to okay, double quotation mark, let's say brand, and then semicolon, column, semicolon, and then double quotation mark again, let's say Ford, the brand is Ford, and then comma, enter, double quotation mark, let's say model, semicolon again, double quotation mark again, let's say the model is Mustang, comma, enter again, then the year, let's say year, forgot the double quotation mark, and then semicolon, and then let's say 1964, comma, enter, just to copy this one, and then 2024. Now to print this dictionary, print the name of the variable. No, so this dictionary. So print this dict, and then run. So as you can see, no, the dictionary has successfully printed or run. Now I will be proceeding to the tuples, no. So in tuples, I'll just name the variable to this tuples. And then I'll be just copying this, since I'll be using this one for faster. Now, now here to view the tuple, no, to view the values in the tuple, we just simply print it just a simple, then the name of the variable, tuples, and then run. So as you can see, successfully run. So in the tuples, are there any concerns, questions regarding this demonstration, this one?
On the tuples, values inside the tuples are the output. It is a possible that instead the values, that output would be the number of values, like 5, since there are 5 values.
So you mean instead of the values itself that is inside the tuple, you want to be printed is the number of values inside the tuple. Is that what you mean? To achieve that, I'm just going to add here just for a while, no? Here I'm just going to add a lin, then is add another bracket, by this, instead of this output, the output will be just the number of values inside the pupils. So if we run this, you can see the output is 5. So it will just print the number of values inside the tuples. Now next, for the next and lastly, for the if and elif, let's say A is equals to 50 and B is equals to 50 again, and then we are going to start our conditional statement, which is the if A is greater than B, greater than B, semicolon, then print B is greater than A is greater than B. No, so this is for the first conditional statement. And for the next conditional statement will be the if A is equals to B, then it print or equal if A are equals to B, and then it will print this one, print A and B are equal. A and B are equal. Now, if we run this, since A and B have the same value, so we are going to assume that the second what do you call this? Second conditional statement will be running, so it will print the A and B are equal. So let's try. So as you can see, there's an error because I can see here. Then if you rerun this again, see, as you can see, A and B are equal. Since A and B have the same value, 40. What do you think will run? So the one will be running is the first conditional statement, which is A is greater than B. So if we run this again, and then here you go, A is greater than B. So that's all. I've already demonstrated all the 11. I think it's 11. 11. What do you call
To
it?
Mr. Daugan.
That's all.
That's all for our activity 1. And once again, good day, sir, and God bless.
Kasi wala likod ba?
Thank you for listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.